Alright guys, let me show you how I built this Lego kart Reynard indycar. So I have this one that I'm going to be using for deconstruction and then rebuilding it. And when I put some stickers on it, it can look like this and like this. And here is one more that I haven't stickerized yet, so it's a little bit on older versions, and there are some differences between these cars. So for example, this one has a different roll hoop with a camera, or you could remove the camera, just place one by one piece like this right here. And for example, even this one, it has the older roll hoop version that I recently changed, and it's using this assembly, this kind of assembly right here, so you can see that it's very masculine. But now I think that this one looks better. It's also one plate lower than before, so I think that this one looks better. Also, this one has these pieces right here that are trying to simulate like the under tray, the bottom of the car, the under tray of the car, while this one, as an older version, doesn't have them. And also this one has the fin right here on the back. So this one is supposed to be Cristiano de Matta from 2000. So it's the car that it's the paint scheme that Scott Pruitt used to run in 1999, and then Alex Zanardi drove in 2001. And it has the fin right here over the engine cover that also Team Cool Green used to have. So for example, the Penske version doesn't have it, and I also have different shapes for the engine cover. So for example, you can see that this one has these curved pieces, this one has these styles, and no matter what I do, it's not ideal, so I will keep changing this. But overall, let's get started and let's see how this one is built. Okay, let's go. So first I'm going to disassemble the car. So I'm going to remove the front wing like this. I'm going to also remove the rear wing, so I'm going to remove the fin right here. These two tiles are helping to smooth out the surface below the rear wing. So removing the wing, removing the attachment right here. So that is what remains from the car. I'm going to remove the side pods. Just to note that it's very easy to detach most of the parts. I've made the car especially fragile in some pieces, in some places, because I wanted to resemble the real cars as closely as possible. I wanted to have a tough cockpit, and I want the rest of the car to be easily destroyable, because I also crash these cars. So removing the rear wheels right here. Okay, and I want these cars to break as realistically as possible without actually breaking any Lego pieces. They also have wheel tethers like this. So let me remove the other wheel as well. And in order to detach the wheel tether, I will remove this entire section right here. Okay, and hop, here it is. Okay, so placing these wheels to the side. So now I'm left with the cockpit and the engine, and I also made it relatively easy to also detach the engine. Just let me, okay, removing these pieces to the side. Okay, so these should have been out together, so I'm going to just combine them. So the car is mostly symmetrical. There is one asymmetric thing about it. So you can see that these left and right pieces, so here is the, on the right side of the car, here is the turbo intake, So I chose to use this kind of curved piece because it looks more correct. Otherwise, I also tried using a quarter circle piece, but I think that this one is better, but you could do it any way you like because it's Lego. Okay, so I'm going to start detaching the rear pieces here. The engine cover goes here. Alright, and would I be able to detach anything more without? Okay, so you can see that this part right here, the bottom of the engine, it's held not by regular just plate, regular bricks, but by these little 1x1 circular one-stud pieces, so that it's also easier to detach. And you can see the rear wheel tether right here. Okay, so these are most of the pieces, and now we are left with the cockpit. So now the cockpit is much sturdier than the rest of the car. So right here I'm going to try and grab the mirror piece and remove this entire assembly to the side. Oh no! Okay, so the cockpit sides and this one, I'm just keeping them together as well, removing the other side. So the car is mostly symmetrical, so I'm going to be showing you how to build just one side of the car. Okay, let me just put these back together. Alright, so I got the radiator pieces right here, so I'm going to put these back together as well. I'm going to keep them together and then I'm going to disassemble them again to show you. Okay, so these are some of the aerodynamic fins that go below the car. So here, this black candle piece held by this piece is not really attached to the wheel, it's just there so that it would make it look cool, but yeah, it doesn't play any part in the actual suspension of the car. So now we are left with the driver. So I have a custom driver figure, so you can see that it uses a minifigure head, but then then the rest of the body is different, so I cannot pull it out without removing the actual wheel. So I'm using the wheel from the Rastar Formula 1 sets, so it looks like this. It helps attach right. It attaches right here, and it helps keep the feet of the driver figure down. So I'm not sure what to do with the hands yet, so it only has arms. They still look credible from a distance, but it would be nice to have some kind of hands, so I could put red gloves or some interesting driver details. It also uses the motorcycle helmet, which is not accurate to the racing helmets because you can see the mouth. So in order to fix that, you gotta put a sticker right here, like for example, like with Julie Ferran right here, so that you could only see the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to show you how the driver is built later, and yeah, this is the final remaining piece, the cockpit. I can also detach the row hoop, this piece from the side. I've also made it easily detachable, so you can see that I'm using a 2x2 piece right here that has no studs. So again, it's easily detachable, and we're left with the cockpit. So I could start with the cockpit again. So I could remove this entire block right here, so it has to be sturdier so it could withstand crashes. So this is where the feet of the mini driver go. And yeah, let's remove the seat and what is supposed to be the fuel tank as well, and finally those pieces right here. Okay, two of these little brackets right here, this one, and so we could imagine that this is the beginning of the building process. So you need a 2x8 piece and a 2x6. You combine them like this, and this is the strongest part of the car by far. Then let me use some help in order to detach this. Oh, it's let me okay. So this piece is important for the wheel tether, so this is why I'm using this this piece with this pinhole right here. So I'm putting a 1x1 circular piece with one stud right here. I'm attaching this to the bottom like this, and this is going to be the base for the cockpit. So let me just double check. So I'm putting these pieces, the cockpit sides, two studs from the beginning of the 2x8 piece. This one goes here, and these little brackets, they go behind them. Alright, so let me disassemble the seat as well. So first this walled piece goes here, then come these two pieces. They are attached just to the side. So I'm using these pieces with a curve like this, but it doesn't really matter, so you can use pieces with sharper edges like this. So I think that these two come from a Qman set, so it's fake Lego, and yeah, I'm just run out of parts, so I'm using anything possible. So a 2x2 piece goes on top of them, then a 3x2 piece goes like this, so then it becomes on the same height as this, and now you can attach the second sword piece so that the driver is comfortable. After this, this one could be a 2x2 piece. It doesn't have to be to have the missing studs here. I'm just using this one as a legacy from when I used to have the different row hoop. So I used to have this kind of assembly that I already showed you, so I was attaching it like this behind the driver's head, so I needed this piece to be flat, but now I no longer do this, so this one could have all four studs, and this one comes like this. So this one actually does need to be like this, so it needs to be a 2x2 piece with only two studs. Then I'm attaching this one, 2x2 piece with one stud, and finally the headrest, the top of the headrest, this piece goes like this. And then comes the front side of the cockpit. So let me start from the bottom up. So starting again with a 2x2 piece going here, then 1x2 goes here, and then this 1x2 piece with two rods, they are going to be used for attaching the suspension. It goes here. So right here I'm using two separate 2x1 pieces, but you could use a 2x2 as well. It doesn't need to be split. It's just that I didn't have a 2x2 piece in dark red. And then above it, one more 2x2 piece. Again, I'm using two separate pieces because I don't have them in that color. And finally, again, a 2x1 piece with 2 rods. So finally there is this bracket facing upwards, not the kind of bracket that bends downwards, and it goes here and it supports the 2x1 piece which holds the steering wheel. So finally I'm using this 3x2 plate right here in order to make the top of the cockpit smooth, and the cockpit for the driver is done. So there is one specific thing here, that the suspension currently is a bit higher. So this way the car almost drags, the bottom of the car almost drags along the ground. So if you want to have more ground clearance, you could move these 2 rods one plate down, and you could do the same for the rear wheels in order to raise the car up. And of course you could do different combinations. You could have the front raised and the back lowered, or you could have the car looking more evil like this when you raise the rear and lower the front. You could do different combinations. It's not written in stone. So before I continue, I'm going to show you how the driver figure is built. So I have a minifigure head. I have these 2 clips with rods for the arms. So it's important to have a piece with a hollow stud like this for the neck of the driver. The feet are these pieces with that can be attached to a clip, and they end up with these pieces right here. Okay, so these are these are the feet, these are the legs, and finally the actual body is made up of, so this is the neck and shoulders, and these 2. The angle is very important, so they need to be these more angled pieces. There are some which have a more how was it, more obtuse angle. So you need them to have this kind of shape so that it could match the inclination of the driver's seat. So what's important is that, so first I put, whoops, it's in reverse. So I put the neck piece with the stud upwards, but I do not push it all the way down. So this is important. So it needs to be a little bit higher. I attach the head like this, and then I attach these as close to the middle part here as possible. So they should not hang out like this. They should be like this, as close as possible, so that there is enough room to fit the arms as well. So this is the body of the driver, and with this kind of construction I can make the head tilted forward so that the driver doesn't look at the sky like if I tried using just a regular minifigure. This is why I have a custom one. So I'm going to attach the feet first, the legs. Okay, so it has 2 legs now, the feet. When I place those pieces, it puts a little strain and spaces the legs apart a little, so you can see finally the kind of posture that the driver can have. So this way I can tilt the head backwards, looking at the sky, forwards, being more concentrated. When I put the helmet, you can see that with the kart vehicle, with the IndyCar, the helmet is supposed to form a line with this piece right here, so they are supposed to be kind of the same height. So taller drivers usually are sticking out more above this piece, but this is the best way to have the driver aerodynamically. Finally, putting the arms like this. And the driver is ready. So if there is a crash with this Lego car, if you can see this driver flying out, then this means that stuff is not good. Alright, so here it is. So now the driver is pretty loose. So in order to secure him in the car, I'm going to place the wheel. Here it goes. Okay, so again, this places a little strain on the parts, so I'm not being entirely I'm not entirely following the Lego wall, but I also just slammed these cars into a wall and crashed them, so you cannot blame me for not being entirely precise with the Lego walls. So I'm going to show you how to build, how to attach. Where do I start actually? Okay, so let me first show you how to build the cockpit sides, so that the stuff attached to the car is not so sticking out everywhere. Alright, so first off, these are the mirrors. They are a bit bulky. I'm still thinking of a different way to have the mirrors. So I'm using a clip, and then this piece goes into the clip right here, like this. Then I'm just going to detach it actually. So the mirror is supposed to go like this, and then with the cockpit side, and then the rest of it goes like this. So I'm using a 2x1 tile, and the entire assembly went astray. Okay, so I'm using a 2x1 tile to connect these, then 3x1 like this, and then the cockpit side comes like this, finishing it with a 1x1 tile. I'm going to put the mode connection like this, so that it's hidden and it doesn't look too horrible. You can see that it's a bit transparent. So this entire thing goes like this. So this is important. You leave this one stud open, and the top of the cockpit sides should coincide with this piece right here. Okay, the other piece is mirrored. It goes like this. So it's symmetrical, and we have the driver in his safe cocoon right here, so he's ready to withstand the test of racing. And then, what should be the next piece that I would add? So, okay, let me add this piece because it helps keep the row hoop. So, okay, let me disassemble it first. Alright, so on the bottom, if you want to make the car more sturdy, you could again use a 2x2 piece that has all 4 studs. Here I'm using a 2x2 piece with 2 studs only, then attaching it to this 1x2 piece. Oh yeah, this is going to be special, so it's going to require some nails. And then this 2x2 piece goes like this, and finally this 2x1 piece goes like this. And of course, if you want the car to be much sturdier, you could just use a 3x2 piece or even a larger piece like this. So you can see that this one is supposed to go here, but it doesn't make any contact with the cockpit yet. Then I need a couple of brackets. So here is the first one, like this, and then I'm using a one by one circular piece with one stud like this. I am also doing the same thing for the other side. So a bracket, one piece like this, then a 2x1 piece inside of it like this. I hope that it's visible on the camera. Alright, oh yeah, these ones don't have any Lego markings on them, so they're fake Lego as well. Alright, so this one goes here. I can actually even attach this to the cockpit right now so that it's everything is together. So this one goes here, this one goes on the opposite side. So I like seeing how things come together like this, and not like in the Lego instructions where you build one large assembly that you have no idea about and then stick it onto the rest of the stuff, and suddenly it becomes apparent why actually you needed this piece in the first place. Okay, so I'm attaching this piece again with the mode connection hidden. Oh no, there is another mode connection. Okay, so I have no idea how I could hide it otherwise. So it goes like this, and finally these 2x1 pieces hide the stud like this. Okay, and finally a 2x2 piece with, come on camera, focus. Oh no, this one is fake Lego as well. This one says Inu, which means that it's from a Qman set. Unfortunately, these the fake Lego sets don't really help that much, apart from providing black paths, because for example these dark red pieces I still have to order from Bricklink in order to have them in the correct colors. So 2x1 piece goes here, another 2x1 piece goes here. So now it's on the same level. And finally, this one is colored because it's going to be visible from outside. So it has to be in the dark red color, like this. And the row hoop gets attached to this single stud right here, so it's not that sturdy currently. So I might think of some different solution. And here is what the row hoop consists of. So you need a 2x1 piece like this, attaching a curved slope like this one here, and then a curved slope with a 45 degrees cutoff like this. So it goes this way, and this piece could go higher, but in order to, okay, so I am attaching the row hoop to this piece sideways like this, and yeah, I can regulate the height. So this one is too much. Previously I was attaching the row hoop one plate higher, but I think that this way it works more correctly. So I'm doing the identical thing on the other side, and this is how the row hoop looks. So if you want the camera, you can use a 2x1 piece like this, or otherwise you could just use a 1x1 piece in the middle. Unfortunately, the row hoop is not as hollow as I would like, so I'm also placing the supposed camera piece at an angle right here, like the real indycars. So this is it, and it goes like this. And have I missed something? I think I have, because it's lower than it's supposed to be. Did I attach it wrong? Very interesting. Oh no, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. It's a bit skewed because of the camera. So yeah, the camera pushes on the headrest a little, so you should not skew it too much. And then finally this black 1x1 piece goes here. Phew. Okay, so I don't have to redo the video over again. So this is how the cockpit with the roll hoop looks. It would have been great if it's hollow. So the previous design had the hollow Technic pin hole right here. It's supposedly better for IRL cars or Formula One cars that have the air duct for the engine. But yeah, so for now I'm going to stick with this design, and eventually I'm going to change it. Alright, so pausing for just a second. Okay, carrying on. So next I'm going to add these pieces to the side right here because the driver is still a bit exposed. So let me take it all apart. First off, you need to start with a 6x1 piece. Oh, this is going to be hard. Yay! Success! So 6x1 piece. If you don't believe me, here it is on video. So first off, you place a 2x1 piece like this in the middle. Then this angled piece goes here, and then this piece is attached just to the final stud like this. So again, this is a design which is a bit more breakable than it could be. So this one is going to be the bottom of the air intake, and here is you also have this aerodynamic piece right here. This one is loosely attached again. Oops, just a second. So I've attached it incorrectly. So this one goes here, like this, over the 2x1 piece. All right. Then this slope piece goes over this circular stud piece like this. So this is supposed to be like the back of the radiator. And this one, this curved piece, is going to be easier to attach it first. So it goes like this. It doesn't need to have this 45-degree angle right here. It could be just the 90 degrees angle piece. I just ran out of pieces. And then you have this fake piece for the suspension. Again, one of those pieces with the hole right here. And then a black candle piece that combines with this one. This is going to be used all over the car for the different suspension pieces. So this one goes right here at an angle, like this. And this entire thing fits here to the side. So again, leave one stud exposed like this and attach it like this. So the top of the radiator should coincide with the roll hoop, and right here this piece should be half covered by this plate right here. Hi guys, it's me from the future. I came back in time to tell you that this was wrong. So this entire assembly should go one stud forward like this. So this piece should align with the first open stud right here. And if the entire assembly goes one stud backwards, then the tip of the radiator here would prevent this piece from aligning correctly, and it would put me straight to Lego jail. And also it would make it more difficult to attach the side pod, which actually happens to me in the future, so be warned about this. Thank you. Whoops, let me attach the forgotten piece right here, like this. Okay. Also attaching the opposite side, like this. Okay, so it's starting to shape up. Next, the nose cone. So the nose cone consists of several parts. It has this pentagonal part right here. The top of it is made up of this kind of sloped pieces. You could I'm using 2 because I don't have an entire dark red piece, but if you have one piece it would be better, because if you intend to put any stickers on the car, they won't be covering 2 separate pieces, so it's better to have a 2x4 piece. And I'm connecting those, just making a piece with a right angle like this, putting 2 pieces like this. Okay, so that it has a right angle over here. Then this one is a bit of a rare piece that I don't have too many of. So again, if you have 2 separate pieces with studs on 2 sides, you could use the 2 separate pieces. Luckily I have one single piece that is a bit larger, like this. Oops, so I attach it here with the studs facing the driver and with the studs facing forward. So I might not even actually attach it yet. So first off, using one of those pieces. So this is very important. This cannot be a piece with right angles, with square angles to the side. It has to be curved in order for the front wing to be able to attach at an angle. So I'm using this piece right here, and you can see that this allows the piece to be sloped downwards. Then this a bit more complex assembly continues with one of these pieces. It goes in here like this. Then one of these brackets goes in like this. And finally the nose of the car is one of these curved pieces, and it goes in like this. Okay, so I am attaching the 4x1 front wing like this, then the mirrored side like this, and this is the base of the nose cone. So I'm attaching this piece below like this, and it limits how much the front wing can actually go down. So these pieces are getting met with this piece below like this, and it doesn't allow the front wing to go lower than this, so this way you can make sure that it's symmetrical. So I'm attaching this piece where these studs go into these, so it's attaching this way. So this way the curve right here is proper. Otherwise, you could see that here it has a bit of a hat, and this way it's too much backwards. So I'm attaching these halfway like this. So this is why I need those hollow studs right here. And I cannot attach this right here yet because I removed the piece that I was going to use for the wheel tether. So I'm just going to grab the wheel tether and install it right now before continuing, so that I don't have to detach anything else later. If you don't intend to crash those cars, you don't need a wheel tether at all. You just need to use a 1x1 stud right here in the suspension of the car. So I'm sticking the wheel tether piece right here. Oops. Let me just reinstall the steering wheel, and yeah, this one goes behind the 1x1 stud like this, so there is enough space for it to be kind of locked in, but not too compressed. And then finally I have this assembly that holds the front wheel. So first off, I'm starting with a 2x2 piece, another 1x2 piece, another 1x2 piece below it. I have these hinge pieces right here, so I'm attaching this on top of it and then hinging it forward with the anti-studs forward. So this thing goes, oops, something fell off, a part of the suspension. It would be easy actually for me to just remove the top plate, attach it underneath like this, and then attach this thing right here. Let me just bring back the runoff suspension piece. So this one is pretty important. I need a 1x2 piece with something to the side so that it would, I will show you what its role is. So it would allow the hinge piece to go just a little downwards, so that when I attach the front wing like this, you can see that here is a bit of space, and if I keep it like this, it's not going to look too well when I put the wheels and everything and when the car stands. So it's going to be too far away from the ground. So this way it allows me to just bend it a little like this. So this is why I need this kind of assembly right here. And the cockpit and the nose of the car is ready, so now it's starting to look like something. Then next comes, what is going to come next? So I'm going to add the bottom of the car right here. So let me just again disassemble this thing. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom of the car coming here like this, I think. Let me just double check if the round pieces were supposed to go. Yep, these are facing forward, yeah. Alright, so again, let me detach it. So I'm going to continue attaching it to the car. So first off, 1x2 piece. I'm going to separate all of these pieces. Okay, so 1x2 piece, it goes below a 2x2 piece, then comes a 2x1 piece, and then these two. Again, everything is made of smaller pieces so that it could be easily breakable. This goes below this plate that was sticking out. Then these two pieces. So if you don't want the car to be breakable, you could use just a 1x4 piece with 4 studs. I'm placing these right here and then securing them with a couple of 2x1 pieces. OMG, this is going to be tough. Alright, so a couple of 2x1 pieces, combining them together, placing them here. So now this is the same level. Okay, the battle continues. More 2x1 pieces, adding them here so the bottom of the car is level. Again, you can see that this entire section is made of 1x2 piece, 2x2 piece, 1x2, those two again. So if you want the car to be sturdier, you can just use one piece all over here throughout the entire bottom of the car. So then 2x1 pieces go here, like this. Then a real 1x4 piece, it goes right here, so it has to be on the same level as these two. Okay, and then 1x2 piece secures those two together. Two by two piece like this, and then those two circular one stud pieces. Alright, so at this point I can also add the rear wheel tether. So I have this one, and then this one is going to go like this, and then I'm going to hold it in place by placing those two final pieces. So this way it could move from side to side, but it cannot go out of the car. So then I'm going to place the engine cover, so it uses these pieces, and I'm very heartbroken that I cannot find them in dark red, so I'm going to think about something else for this particular paint scheme. So one piece goes like this, the other one goes like this. Okay. And then this one, this piece with a jumper, oh, it's a what? It has a lot of damage. It's the first time that I noticed this. Why? Okay, so maybe I'm going to... Yeah, anyway, I wonder how this happened. Did I melt it somewhere? I didn't crash this car. This car was never crashed. Okay, and one other piece like this. Alright, so the pop-off valve goes here. It's a bit further to the front on the Reynards, and it's a bit backwards on the Wowas. And finally this piece right here. So it's closer to the row hoop on the Reynards, and alright, so I ran out of space, continuing the video now. And yeah, with this, the bulk of the car is actually ready. So let me just, I see that here I have made a mistake. So this piece should be attached to these two studs. So two studs should hold it in place, not just one. So this goes here. And this way it's symmetrical. Okay, and then finally finishing off the rear of the car with a 3x1 pieces like this. These go underneath. They should be at the level of the floor. Then a brick. So this is one of the actually even the largest brick with just a rectangular cubic shape, box-like shape that I use. Then these two should hold the rear wheels, 2x1 bricks with a stud, with a hole, with a pinhole in the middle. They go like this. Then I secure those with a 2x2 piece right here, like this. Oops, come on. Okay, 2x1 piece goes here so that you have this slope, and then I'm filling up the slope with these pieces that have a stud in the middle, like this, so that I could attach other interesting stuff there. Alright, so this is the car front to back. Then let's start adding the side stuff. So first off, a 4x2 plate. It goes like this, attaches only to the front of these. This one is free so that I could attach something else there. I need to attach this triangular piece right here. And then both of these pieces, I secure them with a 2x1 piece like this. It goes across both of them. Okay, so again this one is a bit angled. It is pushed a little by this piece right here, so it's not entirely according to the Lego wall. Then I'm using this piece with a stud on the side, attaching it to the end of the 4x2 piece right here. This one above it goes here. Alright, was it like this? Actually, let me just double check. No, this one should go one piece forward, like this. So it should leave one piece before the end of the 2x4 piece, and it should cover the radiator piece a little. So I have just this filament right here, two pieces like this. I am adding them here, the other one on top, and then this piece curves out like this. Okay, and then I wonder if I should, yeah, let me just add the suspension piece now. So I'm using those pieces, they are very important for the suspension, and then this kind of piece, the kind of piece that I'm using for the leg of the driver. So combining them together, the stud should be on the top and the axle should be vertical like this, and then this one goes right here. Actually, yeah, I probably made a mistake, so in order to attach this securely, I will add just one piece on top of it, like this. It's preferable to be with a hole so that it looks like the exhaust. That should be somewhere in this area. Let me just add the opposite piece as well, so I have it right here, it's symmetrical. Okay, and then I'm going to put the engine cover, and it's going to hold these in place slightly, but with this piece sticking out like it is the exhaust of the car. Okay, and then finally, so I can push these to the sides while building, I need a 2x1 piece with one stud on top, adding it right here. Would I be able to add it? Yeah, that's a bit difficult. Maybe I could just detach the triangular plate. Then this piece goes on top of it so that it's slightly offset by half a stud to the back of the car, and then a combination of these two pieces, again a slope with a 45 degrees cut-off and a 2x1 piece like this. So these pieces, they go right here, okay, like this. And again, they are under a little bit of stress because they don't exactly coincide here. Alright, so this entire thing, I have it mirrored on the other side as well, except that instead of this slope right here, I have the kind of turbo intake. So let me show you how it works. So on top of these on these curved pieces, I have a 1x1 stud like this, then a clip, and the clip holds this curved 1x1 piece, and it looks forward so that it could gather air and feed it into the turbo. And this entire thing fits like this. Let me just offset the wheel tether, and it goes like this. So here the back of the car is starting to take shape as well. Alright, so then finally the final large pieces of the car are the side pods. So let me break them down into two separate pieces like this. So first off, they actually have a top part, side part. So the top is made up of these 2x4 piece. I'm using this piece for this car because I ran out of pieces again, but otherwise I'm also using this kind of piece for the Penske car. So I'm using this bracket pointing up, I'm attaching these two and it holds them together. So this thing is going to go like this. It's going to attach to this single stud right here, and again, if you don't want the car to be too fragile, you could replace it with a double stud, and you can also make use of these studs right here. So, or you can use just another bracket right here that would attach to the other stud right there. Okay, and then for the side of the side pod, I'm attaching this other bracket like this, so you can see that they are not symmetrical. So this one points up, and this one is the kind of bracket that curves down. It attaches to the end of the 4x2 piece. This one goes right here, and it goes a little under this piece right here. Then I have this 1x3 piece, it goes here. Then this one, this angled piece, goes like this. And the color of these pieces is important because they do show up on top right here. So in this case, I really want to have a black stripe between the dark red and the white part. So this is kind of helpful. So now this one stud here is exposed so that it could fit the rest of the assembly. So it's going to be 2x1 piece with this plate on top, this swope right here with this angle, which is very important for the look of the Reynard chassis, and then this thing goes like this. So this is going to be the important part of the side pod. Then below it I have this 3x1 piece, just using a 2x1 and connecting it right here on the bottom. I don't have this in white, it's supposed to be white. Sadly, I don't know why I have no white pieces of this kind. And this entire thing would then fit like this on the car. But still not there yet. So first off, these brackets, they should be in black to emulate the bottom of the car. So I'm attaching this one here, one stud here. Actually no, this one goes right here. Then I'm attaching the next one, so I need 3 of these for the left side, 3 of these for the right side. So one stud here, and then I'm going to need one of those 2x2 pieces with 2 studs. So this one goes like this, so you can see it's original Lego piece. So no fakeness here. And then the final bracket goes here. So the studs are on the bottom, almost invisible, not quite. And these studs are going to be one of the things that is going to be dragging on the ground if you choose to make the car as low as possible. So this piece goes here. So in order to attach it, I'm using this bracket right here, and here it's curved because this is how it looks a bit better on the outside. Alright, so then this aerodynamic element that's going to be in front of the rear wheels, I'm going to put it together right now. Let me just attach the side pod. So it attaches in 2 points. One is here, this stud on the side, and then the other place is here. So the front of the 2x1 piece goes here, like this, click, and then this one, it goes here. Alright, so I'm just moving the rear suspension piece a little bit backwards. Oops, almost connected. Let me just try it again. The suspension piece broke the vibe here. Alright, let me just see if I could. I have something here that is sticking out. Is it the radiator piece? Yeah, I don't know, but okay, so now it's in place. And here we have the side pods, so the car is starting to take shape. Now this aerodynamic element right here is going to be, this is going to be one of the critical pieces for it, this bracket that bends downwards. So I'm going to place it on the side like this, so it better be white, but I have no white pieces of this kind. So a little cheese, 1x1 cheese slope, placing it like this, and then I'm going to place this kind of tile right here and finish with this triangular tile like this. So many kart teams have different stuff going on in this area of the car. So one thing that I would sometimes do would be, so for example in the Penske car you can see that here I'm not using this kind of triangular piece, but I'm using this piece right here. Or even if you don't like the studs to the side, you could replace this piece right here with a studded piece, and then this would allow you to put this kind of piece right here, this tile, so it would connect here and then fill out the rest of the space with a tile above this piece. So there are different possibilities for this section of the car. Alright, so I'm doing the same thing for the right side of the car. Let me just, let me put the suspension backwards so that it doesn't intersect here. Okay, alright. So things are pretty tight here. Okay, alright. Hey. Okay, so the body of the car is done. And we can finally add the final missing pieces. So the rear wing is held by this kind of assembly. So I have this piece holding these two circular stud pieces. I'm placing this here, and then, whoops, oh no, and then in order to have this stay in place, I'm fixating it with this piece right here. 2x1 piece goes here, another one goes on top of it. It doesn't make very good contact with it, it's held by just one piece, but I need this one in order to place the fin. So the fin is a 3x1 piece that goes here between these studs like this. Okay, so otherwise, if you don't want a fin, you could use those curved pieces right here. But if I use this one, in this place it's going to, there would be space between the fin and the top of this piece. Okay. So the rear wing now is ready to be attached. So on the other end, it uses the same kind of structure, just this 1x1 piece with these fitted this way. So I'm using the same piece as the fin, 3x1 plate, attaching it like this, then like this. Alright, and then finally capping it off on the other side like this. So this way you get a moving structure that you could adjust the way that the wing looks. The actual wing is made up of several parts as well. So 6x1 piece, one of the longest pieces in this assembly, attaching by these brackets. So these are different, they are the opposite to those and those on the sides of the cockpit. So attaching it like this. My battery is running low. Okay, like this. And then adding these little cheese swabs to the side. And then the larger 2x1 cheese swabs like this. Okay? And then I'm going to end up with these pentagonal pieces at the end, so attaching them normally, no, not inside of the studs. And then finally this piece goes right here. This is again for the purpose of breakability. I'm not attaching it as securely as it could be, and I'm using this 2x1 piece with one stud that goes in the middle of this piece. So this way it's more fragile, so I could like simulate the micro crashes that I love so much. Alright, and it goes like this. So I'm using so this is important. So in order for this piece to attach, it needs to be the 2x1 piece that has this kind of bottom. So that it would be able to attach on top of this stud in the middle. And then I would be able to attach this one like this. Okay, doing a pause right now. Cool. So what's left is only the wheels of the car. Now the entire body is done. So let's start with the front wheels. They are a bit easier. So for them, I'm using again these pieces and these clips. So they combine this way. Which front wheel should I do? So I'm going to do the front left. So you need two assemblies of this kind. So one for the lower end, one for the upper end, and again another combination of this piece with a black candle, or you could have it colored as well. Some IndyCar teams have their suspension colored, at IMS especially. And then finally, this one is going to be a bit tough to disassemble, but yeah, here I'm using the Rastar F1 wheels. These are from the Alfa Romeo, I think 2023 set, and these are Technic pins with a crossed pin on the other side. So I think that you could use any kind of wheel that is this scale without having to readjust the suspension height. But if you do need to readjust the suspension height, I showed you how it's done. And again, here is how you could change the rear suspension height. So right now it's lower, but you could put this piece one stud higher, and it's going to but then in this case you're going to have to remove those wheel aerodynamic pieces right here. So I have the wheel, I have a Technic pin sticking out, and then for the front, let me see, from the front left wheel, I need to assemble it like this, so that the two studs are facing forward. So I have this piece with a pinhole on the bottom, and for the rear wheels I need again this kind of piece with a pinhole on the top. So you need two of those for the front wheels and two of the others for the back. So the easiest way for me to assemble the front suspension is I'm putting these clips right here, the other one right here. So I'm placing them at an angle like this so that I could fit the wheel. So the wheel tether goes on top of the bottom one, or if you don't want to have a wheel tether and if it makes the car look ugly to you, you could just use a 1x1 circular stud right there. So I'm attaching the front wheel like this. So now it's broken and the car has crashed. And you can then lower the upper piece above it like this. Okay, so it's very important that this allows you, so if you pull out those pins partially, this allows you to basically have the wheel traveling upwards and downwards, and this might not be desirable. Also, you gotta make sure to put the wheel facing forward, because this kind of construction allows you to have the wheel steered even slightly to the side, and this would make the car steer. You might want this or you might not want it. And then finally I'm going to place this piece in this remaining, over this remaining stud right here. Okay, so in order to have the car, oh, now I see what I've done wrong. Forgive me for I have sinned, and this is why putting the side pods was a bit tougher. So this entire assembly right here to the side, it needs to go one stud forward. Yeah, so I've made a mistake right here. Let me see if I could disassemble it without destroying the entire car. Yeah, so this needs to go like this. Yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so the radiator has to go this way, like this, and then this piece needs to be like this, so that when you look at it from the top, the top and the bottom candle piece would coincide. So yeah, this is why I had trouble fitting the side pods. Now they are fitting much easier. Okay, now let me fix this on the other side as well. So hopefully this is not a deal breaker. But yeah, okay, so attaching these bottom pieces right here. Okay, so now it's correct on this side as well. Attaching the side pod. Click. Okay, so now the side pod goes much more easily. Okay, so now we have the car. It's almost rolling with one wheel. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to attach these two, one on the bottom, one on the top. Make a little space there. Attach the wheel tether to the bottom, then attach the wheel, then hold it in place with the upper suspension piece, steer it a little, and we have the front wheels. Alright, so now the rear wants to spin out because it doesn't have any resistance when rolling. And then the rear wheels are made from a different kind of assembly. So I have, let me just disassemble the whole thing so that I could show you. So I grabbed the right rear wheel, so let me just disassemble it entirely. So I have this pin right here, half a Technic pin. I'm placing it in this cylinder like this, and then my battery is running low. I'm placing this Technic pin, so it has a pin on one side and a crossed connection on the other side, and it's 2 bricks long. So I'm placing it like this. So then this is going to be on the right side. So this is going to go this way, and then I'm using a cap to hold it like this. Okay, so it's spinning. The rear wheel goes in like this. Okay, this one goes inside of this hole. And so before I actually assemble it, let me just add those other pieces. So here I'm going to use this kind of clip. I'm going to attach it here. It's a bit tricky. Here it is. Let me do the same thing for the other side, so that we're symmetrical. Alright. The wheel tether goes below this, or if you don't want to have a wheel tether, a 1x1 circular stud. And with this, now I'm ready to attach the wheel. So if you want again the car to be sturdier and not break so much, you could use a full Technic pin here so it sticks out. This would allow it to be more securely attached to the car, and this goes right here. Okay, so I'm rotating this. I'm rotating it below so it attaches like this. And now we have a three-wheeler. Almost there. Doing the same for the other side. Okay, attaching the wheel right here, and we have the car. It's dragging a little. Let me just adjust the front suspension a bit. Okay, so now it's better. And I have these final pieces. I'm not really sure about them. I think that it looks better with those. I am attaching them right here to simulate like the air intakes for the brakes, like this. Because looking at the cars, just let me grab it a bit better. Oops. So this kind of assembly allows me to actually steer the wheels a little, but this way they have more stress on them. Alright, so on TV this looks a bit better because when watching it on TV, this kind of connects with the lower end of the rear wheel, so of the rear wing. So this is why I made it this way. Did I manage to attach it successfully? And yeah, this is it. So yeah, thanks to this wrench, I was able to build this 2000 Reynard IndyCar. And yeah, I hope that this was helpful, and if you guys manage to make your own following my instructions, it would be great. Otherwise it would mean that I totally failed at this video. So thank you for watching, and eventually see you next time. Bye.